Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing, and the worst thing you can do is nothing. To educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. I am a part of everything that I have read. No man is above the law, and no man is below it. Nor do we ask any man's permission when we ask him to obey it. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. The only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. With self-discipline, most anything is possible. It is only through labor and painful effort, by grim energy and resolute courage, that we move on to better things. The unforgivable crime is soft hitting. Do not hit at all if it can be avoided, but never hit softly. A man who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. The best executive is one who has sense enough to pick good people to do what he wants done, and self-restraint enough to keep from meddling with them while they do it. The government is us. We are the government, you and I. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads, and the boss drives. The boy who is going to make a great man must not make up his mind merely to overcome 1,000 obstacles, but to win in spite of 1,000 repulses and defeats. When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. When you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. Courtesy is as much a mark of a gentleman as courage. A vote is like a rifle. Its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. Get action. Seize the moment. Man was never intended to become an oyster. 9/10 of wisdom is being wise in time. When they call the roll in the Senate, the senators do not know whether to answer, present or not guilty. Absence and death are the same, only that in death there is no suffering. Order without liberty and liberty without order are equally destructive. The first requisite of a good citizen in this republic of ours is that he shall be able and willing to pull his own weight. Great thoughts speak only to the thoughtful mind, but great actions speak to all mankind. Don't hit at all if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft. I took the canal zone and let Congress debate, and while the debate goes on, the canal does also. We can have no 50-50 allegiance in this country. Either a man is an American and nothing else, or he is not an American at all. Every immigrant who comes here should be required within 5 years to learn English or leave the country. Old age is like everything else. To make a success of it, you've got to start young. I think there is only one quality worse than hardness of heart, and that is softness of head. Obedience of the law is demanded, not asked as a favor. Big jobs usually go to the men who prove their ability to outgrow small ones. The reactionary is always willing to take a progressive attitude on any issue that is dead. No man is worth his salt who is not ready at all times to risk his well-being, to risk his body, to risk his life in a great cause. I care not what others think of what I do, but I care very much about what I think of what I do. That is character. A man who is good enough to shed his blood for the country is good enough to be given a square deal afterwards. Leave it as it is. The ages have been at work on it, and man can only mar it. Character, in the long run, is the decisive factor in the life of an individual and of nations alike. The most practical kind of politics is the politics of decency.